All right, hi, I'm Dave Trachtenberg with 1C, and we're here to talk about King's Bounty, Warriors of the North. So King's Bounty is one of our top franchises. Hopefully everyone already knows about it. We had The Legend, we had Armored Princess, and here we have Warriors of the North, which we're introducing right now for the first time ever. This is actually pre-alpha. No one's ever seen it before, but we have playable for you. So just do give us a little bit of leeway, because you're going to see it again. It's all in Russian. We haven't localized it yet. You may also see some screen tearing and some other stuff. Again, it's pre-alpha. This is brand new. We just asked the devs to give us something just so we could show it to your folks. Now, like all of our King's Bounty games, you go ahead and choose your character. You've got your choice between going for a mage, going for a paladin, or going for a warrior. Right here, we're going to go ahead and choose, it looks like a warrior, and we're going to go ahead and start that up. We choose our difficulty and jump in. Now, Warriors of the North is going to bring you about 40 to 50 hours of gameplay, so much like Armored Princess, just depending on your difficulty level and what you choose to do while you're in the game. Obviously, it's an RPG. We've got quests for you. You're going to be talking to hundreds of different NPCs during the game. It is, again, made by Qatari Interactive, one of our top developers, and they do have a very detail-oriented style, but it's still a little cartoonish, so it's got a really nice feeling to it. There's always a little bit of a sense of humor in their games, and a lot to do. So right now we're just flying over one of the islands, taking a quick look at it. Anyone who's a fan of the game knows that every time you enter a new area, it always does that to give you a feel before we start. This is actually our home city right here. We're playing Olaf. Olaf is come back to find his lands overrun with the undead, and so through the quests he's going to be clearing our land from all of the monsters. Like in all of our King's Bounty games, when you go inside, you're going to find a king that you can talk to. This happens to be Olaf's dad, but this is where you can go ahead and recruit your troops, maybe buy some weapons and armor to help yourself out, and then, of course, get any quests before going off to battle. Now, King's Bounty has always been a, you know what, we're going to go ahead and actually load another character here just to make it a little more exciting, and take you a little further into the game. King's Quest has always been a place where you can travel freely. It's open, go ahead, go where you want, run away from the monsters, run towards them, grab gold from around them, and explore. All of that's fine until we actually go ahead and attack a monster. Once we go ahead and attack someone, now it looks like this guy we're actually more powerful than, so it's giving us the option to let him retreat. But we're not going to. We want the experience, we want to show you the battle. Well, once we do that, we go into a hexagonal strategy game, right? So we lose the real time and it becomes turn-based. Well, if you remember in the old game, in Armored Princess, we had a dragon. It was your pet dragon that you could raise, give them experience, and they would help you in battle. We've always had a special something to help you out. There is a box and a book in the first game. Well, now we have Valkyries, since we're a Viking. So right now we're going to bring in one of the Valkyries, and she's going to help us destroy some of these guys. So there we go, there's the beautiful lady, and boom, bring down the fire. All right, now because they were low level, obviously we killed off about, about 3/4 of the monsters we were worried about. We also, of course, have our magic. Now, we added a brand new spell section called Runes, but it looks like we're gonna just go ahead and teleport one of our creatures right now. So we're gonna grab a bear, bring him on over to the spider, get him nice and close, and let our bear attack. As normal, all of our characters have special abilities that they can use at least a couple times in each battle. Adds a nice tactical element to it and helps us figure out who we want to use against which character. Right here, we're really showcasing all of our Viking, our new characters. There's a slinger throwing a fire sling at someone, or fire rock, pardon me. And of course, our ancient bear is going to take down that spider. We have there's always the leadership points, and you can only get so many of the high-level creatures. But it looks like this was an easy battle for us. I was going to say we have 10 of our big guys, but yet we've got 76 slingers. So again, it's a tactical thing. Do you want a big army or a small army? A small army is going to be more powerful. Big army gives you a little bit more of the cannon fodder to get through against dangerous enemies. Right now, we're just grabbing what's in the environment before moving on. Your horse, once you upgrade them enough, can become like a Pegasus. It'll actually sprout wings and slowly be able to fly higher and higher to bring you to different areas on the map. Of course, you can also ride around, and you can also get on your Viking ship and take it to different islands. We're going to go ahead and load up one of those right now, actually. Now, in Warriors of the North right now, we're playing a northern Viking. There are also southern Vikings, and we get into kind of a civil war with them that you'll see happening here. But this is part of our northern Viking homelands. A little bit more of the snow, it's a colder environment. We're going up into the mountains, and you're going to see a lot more of the mountainous creatures up here and monsters that might live in a cold area, as well as, of course, the undead, which have been all over Tiana. In this village, we can get quests, right? We can get our experience. We can also go up to the castle there. Now, in the castle, once again, you'll notice all the troops you can get. So beyond the weapons, you've got 260, 100, and then you've got 14 of the really powerful guys, but they're going to require more of your leadership points. So again, which do you want? Personally, we've got guys, when they're testing this game, who do 1,000 peasants, because they figure those peasants, even though they're weak, can kill just about anything when you've got enough of them. And we've got guys that do nothing but ogres, and they figure that if they just have a couple of those, they can win any battle. You'll also notice as we're looking at this screen the little smiley faces by each portrait down at the bottom. They're little green circles. That says that our morale is high because right now we've got everyone together, they all like each other. So for instance, Vikings and elves like each other, so you're likely to have a good match if they're in. But if instead we did Vikings and undead, you'd find they don't like each other. When your morale sinks, people don't react as well in battle, their attack isn't as good, their defense isn't as good. But here we've got a nice army set up as well as some guys in reserve. We've also got our skills off to the right-hand side. In those skills, we can go ahead and raise our magic, our warrior, or our stealth abilities, if you will. And by putting points in them, it gives our main character some extra abilities. We also have locations from the previous game. In fact, you may remember in King's Bounty: The Legend, this is actually the very first city that you go into. This is in Tiana. Well, notice that it looks a little different. The dirigible has been deflated, the area is green and overrun, and that has to do with what I was telling you before about the undead creatures which have been taking over the land. So in this particular area, even though you've seen it before, it's a completely new experience just because of what's been done to the land until you can bring it back. But we even have some of the old characters in here. If you went inside that castle, you'd see Princess Emily, and she's now married and has a family. Totally different thing because, again, we've moved on in time, but yet we still want to tie everything together. So again, this is King's Bounty: Warriors of the North. It's brand new for us, but we are hoping to have it out by the end of the year. And it'll be coming from 1C, and it'll be available online.